What's going on, y'all? Back with another episode of DRES Tapes, the only pod that got your back. How's everybody doing today, man? We got my boy Predator. Hey, Beats by Predator, my man. He is on the rise. He's a beat maker. We got a lot to talk about today. The whole NBA going on.
Facts.
The finals coming.
Facts.
We got music to discuss.
Christ is Lord.
Christ is Lord, bro. We got God to discuss.
Man.
We got the correlation of God and music to discuss too.
Right.
And a lot of deep, conversation I feel like we could really get into, man.
Most definitely.
Man, but I appreciate y'all, man. Run that theme song, man. Yee.
You are now tuning in
to DRES Tapes.
Supra.
This is DRES Tapes. You are now tuning in. Freestyle podcast, getting you through thick and thin. This is DRES Tapes. You are now tuning in. Freestyle podcast, getting you through thick and thin. Only pod that got your back. 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 We got your back through thick and thin.
But man, how's everything going today, man?
Man,
how you
honestly,
doing?
I'm blessed. And first of all, let me tell you, I appreciate you letting me come out here and just talk about what I do, who I am. It's an honor to come out here. I take this as no small feat, so I appreciate you allowing me to come out here on your platform, and talk about what I'm about. And, man, just talk about what's going on right now just with basketball and everything. Everything ain't got to be super serious, but, I appreciate it, man. I'm blessed, man. God's been good. My wife's good, family's good, no issues, man. 2013 has just been a great season of
Bless.
It's been a great season of just realizing kind of God's purpose for my life and just more so on getting better and sharpening skills. Like I want to get out the habit of I have these skills and they're good. I'm trying to be great. So I want to sharpen my skills. I want to sharpen my relationships. That's nothing
Like a knife, man. Sharpen them skills, man.
Yes, sir. So meeting new people such as yourself, meeting you, that was great.
This is what I do it for, bro. And like you said, just to touch up on what you said, man, like I do this so, you guys get an opportunity to show a different side of yourselves, to show a different side of me, because every person I connect with, I end up, finding a different side of myself, because everybody has their own individual way of thinking and own, everybody is original. I know a lot of the people like to be like, oh, everybody's a sheep, but like at the end of the day, you get like a different like vibe and a different energy with everyone that you're with, right?
Facts, big facts, man. That's what it's about. Seeing people, talking to people, interacting with them, seeing how you can help them, how they can help you. It just really actually collabing out here. Especially, I mean, we were talking earlier too about Orlando and how there's kind of this narrative that people don't stick together and stuff. People are sticking together. It's just not as big as a community as it should be. So I think with stuff like this, working with each other and really just kind of getting to the point where we're really learning, like, who are you? Like, what do you do? What are you interested in? What are you passionate in? And just going for that 100%, man. Because at the end of the day, life ain't guaranteed, bro. You see the news. There's a lot of stuff going on where people here today, gone tomorrow. Thank God that COVID stuff is pretty much over with. I know people still are, dealing with that too. My condolences to them. But I lost a family member to that, and that hurt me. So at the end of the day, it's really about every day you get on this earth, man, how can I maximize my potential? How can my passion, how can I take that and do what I think God called me to do with it? That's what life's about, bro. And just giving him the glory, because at the end of the day, life's not guaranteed. People, and it's so crazy because you'll see people walking around the street just complaining, man, I got this. I got to do that. Yeah. Why is it I got to and I get to? Like it's just a mindset, bro. Like a lot of people, and we all have issues. Don't get me wrong. We have things that get us down too. But the thing to focus on is that at the end of the day, you put your faith in God, bro, and you put your head down. Before you know it, you're going to look up and you're going to love what you see, man. And you're going to be impressed with yourself. I'm sure you can relate to that with this podcast. I'm sure this was an idea at one point, and then you say, you know what? I'm going to do this. And here we are. And that's a blessing in itself.
Bro, I was thinking about something you said, but like I think it's crazy to me because like you think about people like that have that mentality that go around, but it's just crazy to me how like people have the time and energy to even like be thinking about other people, how they look, how short someone is, how tall someone is, how fat, how ugly, like how do people like have that? And because me, I'm never like going around like judging people. I don't know if like people like go around like, because to me that's weird. Like it's not. That's not how I am.
It should be. It should be weird.
So I don't know. Like people go around just like, judging people, and it's to me it's like why? Like nobody's got everything going on. Nobody's perfect. Like
nope.
To me, it just wastes energy. Like. Focus less on that and focus more on just your energy and just everything you got going on, bro.
Hello.
Like, that's literally what life is about, bro. And, back to what you said about Orlando, like, I do feel like we're all coming together as a collective. And I've been telling 90 and all the boys, like, I love this, what we got going on. And to me, I just feel like Orlando isn't typically a music city, like I just was telling you earlier. And I feel like to a lot of the people that go through similar things like out there that like don't necessarily live in LA, don't live in Atlanta, and you feel like you got to get there. Not necessarily everything's going to change if you do get there. We all know the reality.
Right.
But, you do have better chances. You will meet more people. You will meet more people that like you said, can build a team around and like can direct you. And I feel like a lot of times that's the hardest thing to find is just all those people that believe in you. And then like even just having great mixing and mastering engineers, like you got to go to certain cities to have like the greatest of that sound and have it. And, it's not easy, bro. And I relate to all you people out there that are going through that, man. And,
It's crazy from your perspective, too, because as a producer, I'm only thinking about pre-production most of the time. So when the beat gets done, I'm thinking, okay, I make sure to get the stems, make sure everything's how it's supposed to be. They know the key, BPM. After that, like you said, most of the time it's on the artist to find that engineer if they don't already know them. And that's going to be the difference. That engineer-artist relationship, that's the biggest, I think, the difference between a big time industry hit and a track that sounds good but could be better,
Nah, it's true, man. And one of the most important things I realized, because I realized just through an engineer, shout out to G Millie.
Hey.
We it's just about freeing yourself, man. Like literally really just feeling like no one else has weight on you and no one's words has effect on you and no one can really like truly hurt you but your own mind. But more importantly, you can't let your own mind defeat you, and you can't let your own mind always like get to you, but you do have to move on and just keep working on you like all the time. That's the thing about life.
You're preaching, man. This man said, don't your own mind defeat you, man. And the Bible says, so man thinketh, so he is, man. So at the end of the day, you think you can't do it, you're right. You think you can do it, you're right. Nothing's going to happen in this world if you think you can't do it. If you beating yourself up, and I've been there multiple times, especially with sports. I've been there depressed. I've been there, didn't have a good practice, didn't have a good game, letting my mind work itself on me whole time. I should be dictating what I'm thinking about. A lot of people, we like to let our body take control. That's the opposite. Right. I'm telling my body what's going on. I'm not finna let my body. That's been my fight.
Dictate. That's been my battle.
It's everyone's. We fleshly, bro. We are flesh. That is the nature of being flesh, is fighting your flesh, bro. It's human nature, and it's nobody's fault. That's how we were made, bro. But at the end of the day, you have a choice to fight. There's a lot of people who don't fight, and I respect you for that. The fact that you are fighting, that's a message in itself. There's cats who just like, you know what, this is what it is. This is who I am, and they accept that. These are the cats you see who are depressed, who end up doing things that don't even reflect with their younger thoughts and their younger self. I guarantee you, most people who aren't living in their purpose, or most people who think the way you're talking about, you ask them at a younger age, you say, yeah, you're going to be doing this. They're like, what? What are you talking about? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Man, I have dreams to do this. I have dreams to do that. But what happens? the world gets at. You get to reality, maybe you're not as good as you thought you was. Quick tip, I didn't always play defensive end, right? I got to the league, played defensive end linebacker. I played running back at one time, you know? So I'm playing running back until the 9th grade, and I'm thinking I'm finna be Mr. Running Back and run fast. I get to high school, and I figure out I'm not the fastest guy anymore. Things change. But I think the biggest thing to focus on, using that analogy, is I changed too. I said, okay, I can't do this, but I can do this. I can run around and get a sack. I can do that. And because I adjusted, my dream stayed alive. I could have easily said, you know what? You know what? I'm not a running back. This ain't gonna
Sometimes you got to adjust the dream.
Yes, sir. And no one wants to talk about it because we all have these, oh, you know, I want to do this, I want to do that. And you still may be able to do that. But there's a chance you won't. And if that happens, you got to be prepared for it, man, because it'll break you down.
I go through that all the time, bro. Like, me, I know my true purpose is just is really just speaking through God, because and back to what you said earlier, like how I feel like I've never read the Bible, I'm gonna be honest, but I've always felt like God wants me to do certain things, and he wants me to be certain things, and he wants me to really speak confidently for him, you know, whether or not I've studied all these different Bibles and different readings. I've always felt him, and I've always felt like he just really wants me to, you know, to realize things, you know, and get better. And so, because I'll be able to help the world, you know. And that's why I've been able to really just free myself and just have no care at all of like the like minuscule things in the world. Like there's so I say this as a joke all the time, but bro, like literally there's polar bears about to go extinct.
Right.
They're eating their own kind. They're that hungry.
Right.
They're starving.
Right.
And we're over here crying about human problems. Like, oh man, I didn't get this mix right. I didn't get this this vocal right. I didn't get whatever our minuscule
the
little
small problems, right?
The small problems,
right.
and then, you know, even more minuscule. Oh, like she didn't want to be with me, or he didn't want to be with her. Like all these relationship problems. It's like, bro, come on, man. Like it's so minuscule in the world, bro. Like
shoot, global warming is one. You know, that's one when people try to
global warming is real. That's why they're going through that.
You know, so it's funny you said that, because I firmly believe that as the human race, God gave us the planet to take care of, and it's here for us to live. You breathe CO2, you get oxygen.
Yes, sir.
You know, you need water, you drink water, you survive. You know, so at the end of the day, I feel like, and we're all to blame for this in some way, shape, or form, we're not being good stewards to the planet, because there's obvious signs that, hey, what you're doing is killing the planet. It's killing organisms in the planet as well, besides us. Now,
are humans here just to destroy?
Here's the funny part.
We're supposed to create. We're supposed to be here to create.
I think here's where we really kind of got to twist it a little bit. I think in the Industrial Revolution, like kind of across the globe, and each country had like at different times. I feel like when we had these industrial revolutions where everyone's, man, we can do this faster, we can do this faster. No one ever stopped and said, okay, how's that going to affect the environment? Okay, cool. We can get this done 10 times faster, and that's great. Well, how is this going to affect the environment? How is this going to affect our food? Our food isn't even as nutritious as it was before. You know, all the vitamins and the stuff, like, is getting less and less nutritious because of how we're farming, how we're taking care of things. It's the bottom line. So I agree with you 100%, man.
Yeah,
the
bro.
minuscule problems, I love how you said that it's not that important, because like you said, there's way bigger things. There's people trying to make it so you can't read certain things in school, dude. In this state, like, it's getting to that point. We're in this is a state we're in where they're saying you can't read this. And I'm like, that sounds a lot like Nazi Germany, you know, where they first started. Like, that's how it started. Hey, yeah, you can't read this. Yeah, you can't do this. It never starts with big things. It's always small things. Small things. Out of nowhere, you're just like, man, how did it get like this? I'll tell you how. People don't pay attention. I think that's really what you're saying. People aren't paying attention to the important things. Like you said, polar bear's about to go extinct. Nobody cares. Global warming. People are shouting from the tops of the roofs, especially in different countries. But here in America, oh, what are you talking about? Global warming?
Right.
What? Nah, that's crazy. Dude. And I know how global warming is, and I felt it. You know how cold it was last winter for Florida? It was cold here, bro. I had never been that cold here before.
Bro,
like,
what do you mean for like,
bro,
what, 2 days?
Nah.
It gets cold for like a few weeks.
Bro, I was freezing. It's just me personally. I was freezing, and I was like, bro. For sure. Nah, word from our sponsor. No, word from our sponsor.
Appreciate you, bro. Hey, I'm also the tech guy, man. Shout out to the tech guy, bro. Dre's,
bro, he over here.
Yeah.
Dre's going crazy.
You know, so yeah, I gotta check. You know, I just gotta make sure everything was going right. You know, this is a good episode. We got good stuff, man, and you know,
Facts.
I just want to thank the Father.
Of course.
Just thank you for coming, bro,
Of course,
and
bro.
More importantly, him for just aligning us,
Oh yeah, bro. And at the end of the day, him putting it on you when you was like, "Hey, I got a podcast." I'm like, "That's great," because I have a message. I truly do this, and I make music in the secular realm because I understand that because I'm a Christian producer, because I believe the way I believe, and I see what's going on in the secular community, especially in terms of music. I think there's a need for a light and an inspiration. And I'm not saying I'm the perfect guy ever. I sin just like everybody else. I need Jesus just like everybody else. But the bottom line is that if I can be a medium telling people, hey, bro, you don't have to do this. Hey, I was there too. I felt this way too. I've been in some dark places too. You don't have to take this anger, frustration, and anguish out on people. You don't have to take it out on yourself, because a lot of people like to take it out on themselves. They don't like to tell, you know how we always men, we got it together. We don't want to talk to anyone. We don't want to acknowledge that we have issues. Bottom line though is you got to talk to someone. So I always tell people, bro, seek therapy, but talk to God, bro. Like it takes, and people say, well, if I talk to God, how am I going to hear him, bro?
Do you use music as like a vessel to talk?
So here's the thing,
God?
right? I think it's the opposite. I think God uses me as a vessel to talk through me.
Right.
Because you got to think, every idea you get, most of the time, and I ain't talking about the bad ideas. We know the ones where it's like, okay, we know that ain't from God. You know what I mean? We know you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. You're like, okay, you know that thought didn't come from God. But them thoughts where you're like, man, I should do that. Yo, that's a great idea. And I'm sure you've had it where you're writing, yo, this is a dope line. It comes from God, bro. Because at the end of the day, the only reason you breathe is God allowing you to breathe, bro. God is allowing you to be here. There's a lot of cats who aren't here. I played with cats who are dead and gone, rest their soul. You know, and it hurt me dearly. But I said, okay, if I'm here, that means I have a purpose. I'm here for a reason. God don't make mistakes. You're here for a reason. And that's why I try to tell people. They're like, man, well, you know, it's just never gonna work out for me. I'm like, bro, you're here. There's so many people in the cemetery. So many,
bro. Trust me, I know.
But you're here. You're on.
And that's why.
Side.
That's why I'm happy, bro.
Right.
I'm so happy, bro. Like literally.
Exactly.
We are here, and we get to like still enjoy everything, all the great things of this earth: the food, the colors, the waves, the ocean, the bright lights. And to me, you know, you could never feel bad for yourself when you've lost these other people. You know, you gotta live on for them. You gotta be happy for them,
right?
Because that's the only way you really are gonna, you know, break grounds and become the person they want you to be. They really, you know, these people were really rooting for you. Anybody you've ever lost, you know?
Right.
Even people that are still around, and you know, you may not think that they're rooting for you, but everybody really, like, I feel like a lot of people in this world like to think, oh, like everybody's against me, and you know, I almost let the devil like creep into my mind and think that, but like I had to start realizing, I'm like, that everybody's just got their own thing going on, and I got to realize, like, to me, it has nothing to do with them. It has, you know, it has everything to do with me just on this journey, and God trying to teach me something and trying to tell me, like, this is how you have to be, and like, and don't worry about those things, because this is gonna make you stronger after you make it to this other side, and you see, you know, because this is a dark industry that, you know, we're getting into, and we know that, and you know, we have to go in with barricades and shields and you know, swords.
Better put on the full armor of God.
Because, exactly.
Hey.
You need to protect your spirit, right?
Feel me.
You need to protect your soul.
You feel me?
And,
Hey, look, and that's why I wake up. If I'm in the morning, if I don't read it right when I wake up, I'm always reading the Bible at some point. And I'll tell people, look, at the end of the day, this Bible is not God, okay? Just because you read your Bible don't mean you have a relationship with God. But you reading this, it's going to give you some instructions. It's going to help you navigate this secular, worldly life that you're in. You know, you may not be secular yourself, but you're here. So you got to deal with that stuff.
You only have a relationship with him if you choose to.
Come on. And
like,
it's optional.
I choose to just to thank him. And because if you don't know what to pray about, because like I used to like, you know, I felt like it was selfish, like praying for things I wanted, and
right.
You know, that's just a part of me and a part of like God, what God wanted me to become, like wanting more and more. But I had to realize, you know, there's things that are more important. You know,
Come on, talk about it,
man.
Situations that are more important too, relationships that are more important. How many times have we gone and prayed to God and been like, man, God, I want this. Yo, if you just do this for me, God, you know, it's funny. On that note,
I'll just get down and be like, thank you, bro. Like,
right.
so much.
That's what I was gonna get to. Thanking him.
Everything I have, the colors, the air, the food I eat.
Exactly. And then thanking him in advance for what he's gonna do. How many, like, you know, there's been positive things in your life. More positive things gonna happen. Everyone wants to talk about, oh, well, you know, okay, this happened good, man. I know something bad's around the corner. Why can't we keep having positive things happen? We're supposed to be the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. So at the end of the day, we got to start thinking that way. We got to start thinking and expecting God to do dynamic things in our life. Why are we putting a limit? There is no limit on God. There's zero limit. He can keep blessing you. We keeping his commandments. We doing what we supposed to do as best as we can, because we all sinners. No one's perfect. But if you busting your tail, I would be shocked. If you bust your tail for God and he don't bless you, I'd be shocked. Try to make him a liar. Try to prove him wrong. Message to anyone out there. Try to prove God wrong. If you think God is a hunk of baloney, right? Because you're saying there's this Christian guy up here saying all this stuff. Try living for him.
But even more important, and I want y'all to listen, I want y'all to know this, is like after you get what you want, after you succeed and after you have this, break down on your knees.
Facts.
Break down on your knees and just scream at the sky, just thanking him, man.
Telling you.
Just because you don't get this without just being truly blessed, and still being alive right now is blessed enough. If you get to hear this message,
Facts.
You're blessed enough to just be here.
Facts.
So just know everything you do is powerful. Everything you do is something you are going to achieve, and everything you do is building, because you may not think that you're making progress when you see that things are going slow, but you won't realize it until you really, really think about how you were when you really started. Like when you started it.
Facts.
It's not easy to be reminded of like that fresh start, of like that fresh point of when you just started this new like thing you got going, right? And then you get better every day, and no one else really might see it, but you see something that no one else sees, and you just like I said about freeing yourself, you free yourself from what everybody else thinks, and you find this like part in yourself that you didn't know that you had. Mm-hmm. That's why you can't expect anyone else to know you have it, because you yourself are gonna surprise yourself millions of times. Maybe not. That's an exaggeration, but you're gonna surprise yourself.
I really don't think it is. I think you're gonna
constantly surprise yourself and like do things that like no one else thought you deemed close. Like no one thought it was possible for you, bro. Like a lot. I mean,
you're describing my athletic career. You describe my entire athletic career, bro.
And it's the same in the music career. It's the same in any business. You really just have to work and want it more than anything, and you're gonna get it, bro. Don't worry about the time. Don't worry about like, oh, like, man, this is I'm getting old. It's taking long. Nah, man. If you know you have it, what?
You that's half the battle. You know you have it. That's half the like when you know you have, you're like, oh.
When you are so good at that, how can anyone else convince you to stop doing that? Like literally, like you know it yourself, and that is enough. Because validation is only strong. It's only important, and it's only truly worth anything if it's within thyself. Like if you really can self-validate yourself.
Right.
Other people just self-validating you after you achieve all these things. That's you is just gonna be, you know, a little noise here and there. Yeah, you only need really yourself to push on, because, man, brother, nobody else wants you to make it in this world. Nobody has the. It's like I said, and they're not rooting against you. They don't have the time to worry about everybody. They only have the time to worry about and. The few people like me and you, we get to worry about everybody. We get to worry about the world because we were put on this earth to be different and to actually care about everybody and everything and everybody and everything we see. And like, you know, we hurt when other people hurt. We're up when other people are. We can really feel, you know what I mean? And I can feel that from you. I can feel, you know, I know. It's a rare thing in this world, you know what I mean?
It really is, bro. Like, you will find people who will, on the surface, appear genuine. However, you spend enough time around them, you say, oh, you're like that. Oh, man. And then I kind of get down because I'm like, man, I thought you was really genuine. I thought you was really cool. And they end up being someone that you really don't want to spend too much time near because they're kind of a cancer to positivity. They're kind of a cancer to thinking about a dream and going to like achieve it, you know, and you really don't want to be around them.
But they did you a favor.
Oh, man. And you know,
and not even that, bro. Like, they were in your life at that moment.
Right.
Because it was like, it was at the right time.
Right.
And everything aligns, bro. And you still wish the best for them. And I guarantee whoever that is still probably will wish the best for you when they see you up. Bro. Because you never, as long as you don't tread in a way where you want bad for anybody, bro, even after somebody freaking flicks you off or throws dirt in your face, you know what I mean? We might be quick to fight, but like I'm gonna forgive you after I beat your mother.
Let me tell you something. Here's the thing. And it's funny you said that because I had a situation recently where someone pressed me and I ended up praying for him. And I think it shocked him a little bit. I think he expected me to have malice. I think
that's powerful.
I think he expected me to.
Hey, bro, that is
and I'm gonna be honest.
That's a powerful thing.
It wasn't easy. Don't get me wrong. Like, following God is not easy. Doing this, it was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done.
It's way harder to. I say that all the time. It's way harder to choose to do good. Than it is to just do the wrong thing, because I end up doing the wrong thing, and that's usually the easy way. And it's like, bro, I know when what's right and wrong, and that should be enough. Whether you believe in God or the devil or all that stuff, like I've said that before on this pod. It's like just knowing between right or wrong is the most.
Oh, you don't have to be Christian to know right from wrong. That's the funny, because the people give me that question all the time. It's like, okay, well, you know, what if someone was living and they knew nothing about God? And, you know, they died. I was like, well, you knew right from wrong. I'm like, you don't have to be a follower of Christ to know right. We all know right from wrong. We know when you see a situation, you know what's right, what's wrong. You know what it is, bro. Like, there's not too many people, unless you were severely sheltered in, like, some type of relationship that's so toxic you actually can't think and process things properly. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about normal people. Okay, you might have a relationship with God. You know right from wrong, though. You know stealing's wrong.
if you don't believe it, if you don't believe in all the names and all that, you can feel evil on this world.
Oh, yeah.
And you should always try to avoid that feeling.
Yeah.
And like avoid those temptations of even like,
It's man, like man, big one you said was temptations, bro. I think temptations is the thing that Satan tries to throw in your face to get you, and it's never what you expect. It's always something that appears good, right? For example, females. We don't even got to talk about it. I'm gonna leave that where it is. But females,
they're what drives us. They're what drives us, and they're what drives us nuts.
And then they can build you up, or they can tear you down.
Right.
So, and I always tell cats, I always tell people, I'm like, it's not the fact that a lot of females are bad. You got to make sure you're spending your time on one who's worth spending your time on. Like if she's not adding to your life, like every time you're with her, it's negative. Every time you're with her, she's taking something from you. Every time you're with her, you're feeling less than. Well, bro, I don't care what she look like. She can look like a Victoria's Secret model. You don't need to be with her, big dog. No one wants to hear that. There's a lot of guys out here, and I used to be one of those guys, so I fully take that, who see a female, man, she looks great. Okay. Who is she? I said, oh, well, this is just, I said, no. I don't mean who is she, like her name. I mean, like, who is she as a person? What does she stand for? What's her value? Does she go to church? She got a relationship with God?
But you got to realize it's not going to be easy for all the youth to just think like that. Especially because the youth is where, you're starting out, and it's not going to be easy in this world when there's so much vanity, like these beats that sound so cool and like have these words that can almost like hypnotize you in ways, but like
big time.
They don't have the best lyrics. They don't have like things to say that are really going to help your mind.
Empty words.
And a lot of people end up, trying to live this vanity life, some people don't even realize it.
Right.
And a lot of people are just like really like in a way just they're so lost to the
following.
Point. Yeah, that's what it is. They're following
subconsciously
because they're lost.
Exactly.
To be lost is to just follow things that aren't, the high power or your dream or what's actually important, what's actually in front of you. Like, to just follow things. Because I realized that, like, I was scrolling through, Instagram and stories and TikTok, and I'm like, why am I sitting here? Like actually like caring what other people are doing, what they're thinking, what they're looking like. I don't care for one. So it's like I need to stop. Like I need to use even less and less energy on doing all that, because like you end up just like,
amen, brother.
Putting in too much energy in things that won't build you, and you gotta just.
It's exhausting.
Gotta find your ventures and just build off of them. Like don't worry about all the, hypnosis going on.
It's exhausting. Like you actually caring about other people, what they think, it's exhausting, bro. We weren't even meant to do this. This is a creation that came about within the last 10 years. We weren't even like, you gotta think, mankind has lived without this up until 10 years ago. Well, really, it was MySpace, so kind of like I guess in the early 2000s, but still. Wasn't a thing. Never was. We made it the thing. We're putting priority on it. We're putting all this stuff
on this false reality.
Yeah, like a lot of people want to be like, oh, the social media.
People want to brand themselves in ways that aren't even them. And
dude, we could talk all day about that.
But like,
oh man.
And even me, who like, I never even liked doing the whole social media thing, like to that certain extent. I had to do it because it was music. Cause like it was one of my sacrifices.
Right.
Being like a musician and stuff. So like for me, doing all that stuff, it gets exhausting to me. Like actually like caring a little bit, and you're like, man, it's for the birds.
For sure.
At the end of the day, like I'm gonna make something so great that you guys aren't gonna be able to deny it, bro. And I have so much faith in that, bro. And I speak, through myself and for God, and I always feel like he's held my hand through all this, and
he's always there, man. Even when you're doing wrong, he's always there. He's always there, always.
Always, brother.
Always. When you doing the bad, when you curse that person out, when you said that thing that you shouldn't have said, you did that thing you shouldn't have did, he's still there. He's right there. And that's the beauty of it, because the world, particularly on social media, cancel culture. Oh, you do one thing, he's canceled. You'll never work in this town again. He's done. You did this? You said what? Oh, you're done. Not with God. God said, all right, you did this. I'm going to hold you accountable, but you're still my child. And that is the level of love that we as mortals have to do a better job of receiving and then giving. How many times, and we're all guilty of it, someone does something to you, you're like, man, this dude, but at some point in your life, you've done that to someone else. And you excuse it for whatever reason it may be. I don't know the reason, but you've excused it. But someone does it to you, you're like, this dude's crazy, man. He got me messed up, man. I'm finna call my boys. We have a society and a generation, upon generation, especially now, that lacks empathy. We lack forgiveness. And we lack understanding. And I believe that has to do with social media as well. I also believe that it's just mankind being mankind, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, I truly feel as though there's only a certain amount of people who are really going to live a lifestyle that's going to reflect God and just being a good person. Like, a lot of people put so much complication in this. It's not as complicated as people think. Being a good person is hard. I will say that. And people need to talk about that. Being a good person is not easy. There's how many times where you've been in a situation where no one would know something and you've done something you know you shouldn't have done. That's when you got to be a good person, bro. When people aren't going to know, when people aren't going to see it, but guess who still sees it? God sees it. God knows everything. He's like, nah, I saw that. You remember you did that night? You remember?
Right.
Yeah, I seen it. I still love you though.
Right. You got to be, you got to have that, keep that same energy, whether it's, anywhere, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Always be a gentleman. Always be someone,
Especially in your craft, bro. Like you were saying with music. I love how you were saying that in music, how people, they do you a favor and then they feel like they own you. That's not the case. No one should ever do a favor to hold above someone's head. That's probably one of the sickest things you can do. I do you a favor, then you hold it above my head. So I needed something from you, and now I'm an accessory to you. Because you feel like because you did a nice thing, you own me. That's not the case. Matter of fact, you should do something, and unless it's business, like to where, it's a business contract or something, you shouldn't expect anything back. It should be like, hey, bro, I did this for you because I got you.
Wouldn't be called a favor.
Exactly, bro. It would be just being generous. Exactly. We got to get out the favors to get more generosity. Now, I'm not saying sell your whole catalog for free. No one's saying that. But we all know when you can look out for somebody.
No. You got to protect yourself and know your value. You can't just like do favors for everybody. You got to set boundaries more than anything. Mm-hmm. And God wants you to. He wants you to set boundaries because he knows the way that you can be cracked and the way that you can So it's like you do have to set boundaries, bro. At the same time, and you got to know your value. You got to keep it up, bro. But
sometimes with family members too, bro. Sometimes you got to set boundaries with them as well. Bro, I know a lot of us have that. Oh, it's my uncle. Like you said, no matter who they are. They can be related to you. They can be your boys.
No, you do.
But you gotta have them boundaries.
And you gotta express how you really feel. Don't ever feel like you can't like talk to them and pull them aside and just be like, yo, like this is how I feel, man, bro. Like this and that, like because I feel like they're not really your fam or like close, or you're not really that close to them if you can't just like tell them exactly how you feel.
Hello.
Hello,
that's it, man. You can put down the shirt because that's an issue. A lot of people, and I've had issues with my close friends on that one. That's a great point. I've had issues. Close friends that you would have asked me college. Oh yeah, this is my boy. We get older. I'm getting told two different things, and I'm thinking, okay, we boys, we supposed to be able to have them conversations because we're cool. Like, you're not some Joe Blow guy. With what you've been through with people, what you know about them, what they know about you, the relationships you form, you would think that's something that would be easy to do, and it should be. And sometimes it's not. And when it's not, you gotta assess, okay, how am I feeling, like you were saying, and then just talk. Because a lot of times you can avoid stuff with just simply talking, bro. Fights, arguments. You sit there and talk and actually listen. And I have a bad problem of cutting people off and not listening. If I hear something I don't like, man, my wife will tell you, I am quick to cut somebody off. And that's one of my issues I have to work on, right? That's one of my vices. But I understand my vice.
Sometimes I feel like that too. It's like, you know, not everybody wants to hear opinions or criticism or like, you know, your like truth. So
Facts.
I've learned to like still say it anyways. And like, even if people like, I'll see how they react. If like they don't want to hear it, it's like, all right, I'm not gonna keep like saying it, but like at least I said it because like
now you know.
You will, bro, man, it will eat you up if you lose somebody and like you didn't get to tell them like exactly what they needed to hear, and you always think about it. So like that's just how I move. You know, that's how you gotta move.
You ain't never lied, boy. That's the situation I wish I know about it. Because then when you have them empty words that never got said, then you're always thinking, man, I should have said it, man. That's why spending time with people is important. You know, your family, people you care about. That's why I tell people, hey, yo, bro, if that was hard, I tell them, hey, yo, bro, that was hard. Like, oh, okay. I'll make sure they know. Like, hey, yo, that was cool. Like, that was cool what you did. Like, just telling people, like you said, how you feel. Because no day is guaranteed. And you never know, man. Cat'll be here today, tomorrow, dead. You could have told them this whole time you didn't. Now you stuck with it. Now you're burdened. Now you have that burden because you didn't say anything. You know, a lot of times, and you know what's crazy too? A lot of times, and I do this a lot when I mentor kids too, I tell them, if you have a close friend and they're doing something they ain't got no business doing, you not telling them means you're not their friend. Mm-hmm. If you were to tell them, hey, bro, look, I love you, Lenny. What you doing here is stupid. You know you shouldn't be doing that. Hey, yo, bro, let me holler at you real quick.
Yeah, bro. Hey, it'll eat you up.
Yeah, it'll eat you up. But then on top of that, it can screw with their future. You know they shouldn't be doing that. You know, like, hey, bro, you know, like, how many friends do you have where they're like, hey, bro, you know, and you're like, okay, cool. Hey, yo, so I'm finna go do this. And you're like, wait a minute.
Man, you see one of your friends taking Xans, go flush it down the toilet.
Look,
go flush it.
I done been there. I done seen it do exactly. I done been piggybacking off that. I done seen
down the sink, down the drain.
You know what's funny? I was doing some outreach online for music. I had a cat want to buy a beat. I messaged him the next day.
Oh man,
I was like, "Yo,
no Snoop, my bad."
Oh man, he got them. He got them
man,
colors.
They're all falling, man.
They finna have a revolt.
I don't know who.
Oh yeah, because that did. You know, my wife, she has so many. Bro, we have literally an army of those. We have there's literally like. Let me not, bro. We have at least 20 of these at the house. Just a whole stand full, bro. Crazy, bro. And she collects them.
I got 2 pots.
That's hard.
I got 2 pots. He's outside his box because he always thought out the box, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. I always said, we got Snoop on the stoop.
I ain't gonna lie.
We got Snoop on the stoop. And
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta
stuff.
steal that word. I'm gonna steal that word from you. They asked me, why isn't he in the box? Because he thought outside the box.
Yeah, bro. Always.
I'm stealing that one from you. I'm just letting you know. If they ask me where I got it from, I'm gonna tell them I got it from you.
I don't. If you see Tupac like a figure or like a I've said this before. I think on the pod. Don't ever leave it in a box. you take him out the. He would never want to be in a box.
I love that.
Nah, he would never.
I love that. Oh, I'm definitely taking that, bro. Dang, what was I talking about?
Bro, you know I've met the spirit of Tupac.
How did you meet the spirit of Tupac? When did this happen?
I have met the spirit of Tupac.
How did this happen?
I think I've said it before, but man, he came to me in 8th grade, right? Before I even rap. Sounds ridiculous.
I'm listening.
All I know is it was 8th grade English class. You were supposed to pick a book in the library, right? To like do a project. You know, do a book report.
Yeah.
I saw the Tupac book. I went in the library, right? Tupac book was just staring at me. I was like, oh, I grabbed it so quick. Honestly, it was like probably within like the first minute of walking in the library. I grabbed it so quick.
Okay.
Because I knew I could do a good book report without reading the entire
yeah,
book.
There you go.
I was like,
This man saw the finesse.
yeah.
He said, "Oh, I see the finesse."
Yeah. So as soon as long story short, as soon as I get home, not as soon as I get home, right? You ain't gonna do your homework right away.
Course,
like it was a little bit later in the night, right? I go to do on the computer to do my project, and first thing I Google is like Tupac, Shakur, and all this, and first thing that pops up is the date of that he died, right? And it was the same date that I was doing the book report.
Really? Wow. What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. I literally freaked out, right? Because I not only felt someone in the room, not only did I feel like a presence or like a spirit in the room, I shot up. Like I was so shocked. I was like, whoa. Like I was like, whoa, what's going on? Like I started looking around. I was like, bro, like what is going on? I was like, why is this happening to me? Like why do I feel this right now? Why is this here? I had no idea. And all I remember is like, dang, like this is the weirdest feeling ever. It was a phenomenon, bro. It really felt like a spirit. And I was like, why are you coming to visit me? Like I'm thinking in my head, like, well, I froze up. I couldn't even say anything out loud because I was so scared. Like I felt like I felt like there was a ghost in there. Like I couldn't even say any words. I'm thinking in my head, like, why are you here? Like why is this happening to me? Like why me? And I went on with my night. Obviously, it freaked me the hell out. I did my book report and smashed it because I was always good at just presenting things just out loud. At that point, right, I was like 14 or whatever. At that point, I was always pretty confident with just like saying things out loud. But that's way besides the point. The freaking the phenomenon itself was just like I didn't understand it myself back then. Like now, like I'm just like. Yeah, bro. Like he came and just kind of just knew like, all right, you're going to be someone that's very similar in a way that like when you die, people are going to look at you like in a way like me. I'm not saying I'm like the next Tupac or anything. All I'm saying is like
you got that mentality though.
He knew I have that mentality. He knows I have that drive. He knows I'm like the next sound. But I didn't know that back then. Like when he came and visited me, it was just like it was more like whoa, like what is going on? I didn't even start rapping after that. I wasn't like, oh, let me hit the notes and start. Yeah, I didn't even start rapping until I was like 19. Like you know what I mean? Like so like I just remember. I always remember that though. When I was 14, it was just like it's the weirdest feeling ever because it really felt like I know there's a spirit world. I've had a spirit walk right through me. Like me and my friend used to go ghost hunting, like all sorts of weird stuff. This is like this is after the whole POC. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I'm retired.
Like ghost hunting.
I'm retired, man.
Only ghosts I want to look for.
Unless them boys from Ghost Hunters, bro. Unless them boys from Ghost Hunters.
First of all, can we talk about Ghost Hunters?
I love that show.
I love that show. The amount of money they made off of Ghost Hunters, bro.
Bro, but
I know all of those episodes. I know they were cast.
They have balls, bro. Like, cause they
do have. Yes,
to me, it is so real, and you don't know until you actually go and find out. Because
I would never be.
Don't try to find out. I'm not suggesting anybody find out. I'm just speaking from experience and curiosity. At one point, too much. But like, yeah, bro. Like, I've had some experiences, bro, and this didn't just become like the ghost stories talk about.
Let me tell you something. I will look at the locations the ghost hunters would be in. I say you would never find me here. Like, y'all are not Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. I said, why are y'all here? I said, even if there's nothing here, it's so creepy. I was like, bro, I would never be here. Like I'm looking like, and you know they have the camera.
You sure know there's things here. And
Bro, I'm not finna be, bro. Here's the thing too, and I agree, spirits do exist. That's why I'm only messing with even godly spirits. All them other spirits, y'all can stay right up over there. Cause I agree with you, spirits already. I agree. I firmly.
You think that
believe
is a joke, like that tape recording stuff? I've gotten actual voices.
But that's
and
what
like,
I'm saying. I don't play
things
with
are the bro. It's scary.
Don't
dude.
play with it.
No, don't
Well, see, I'm gonna be honest.
Play
Though.
with it.
I ain't scared of no spirits because God got me. But I'm not finna, like you said, I'm not gonna play with them. I'm not like them people who play on the boards. I don't do that because I'm like, bro, do you think these spirits want to help you? Is that, bro? There's cats out here doing mass. There's the cats doing a mass shooting. Do you think there's not a spirit on them?
No. Well,
there's a spirit on. No, they.
No. There is no. I'm saying.
I know what you're.
I'm saying no. I'm saying no. It is very real.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro.
These spirits can get attached to you, so you gotta watch out and you gotta pray. You gotta remain blessed because these spirits will attach to you.
Because I even found myself having spirits attached to me. I was depressed at one point. Out of nowhere, bad things start happening, one after the other, and I'm just like, bro, why is everything just not going my way? But I'm thinking and I'm allowing myself and the spirit in my soul, like, yeah, you know, stuff's gonna be terrible, everything's gonna be bad. But as soon as I was like, wait, God is good. Hold up, God said this, God said that, and I stopped thinking about it. Spirit, start thinking about who God is and what He has for my life. Then stuff start getting better. But yes, if you allow, I 100% agree. If you allow them spirits in your life and you keep entertaining them, that's one thing people do a bad job. You know when you got something you struggle with, something you ain't supposed to do. You don't do it.
You know when you're entertaining the devil himself. Like, you know when you're just pulling his strings, his guitar, and he's just smiling on what you're doing. Like you know it, and then you feel it after. You're like, man, like I'm embarrassed.
You start looking
this
like,
is
bro,
bad.
why did I just allow? And it can even be to the point where it don't even have to be nothing you struggle with. It can just be a habit where you're like, that's not gonna work out. It's the same thing. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's the same thing. That's that same spirit of doubt. You gotta get that crap out. We ain't having none of that.
I'm glad we got to this because now I got to ask you. You know, something I've heard in like, I know like every scripture is different and every Bible is different, but like, you know, I know there is a scripture that says that, you know, Lucifer was the angel of music.
For sure.
Back when he, you know, was an angel.
You
know, he fought and he fell. And obviously, we know the whole.
And I love that you said that because why did he fall? Try to get too bigger than God. I love that you said that, bro. This man here, he fell because he was trying to get bigger than God. Whenever and how
can you feel bigger? It's crazy,
bro.
We're so small.
How many, bro? But look at the secular music community and look at people in general. How many people do you know or that you've seen who have said, "Man, I ain't worried about God. I am God. I ain't worried about this. I am this." And I'm just like, really? Bro, if we catch a common cold, it can kill us. You catch one little thing. How many people thought they was on top of the world, caught one little disease, got up out of here, right? But we're God. We're invincible, all this stuff. We go around with this false narrative like we're almighty. No. We're one of the human body is so fragile, bro. If we don't get air, we're dead. Bro, if you don't drink water in like 3 or 4 days, something like that, you die. It's something. I don't. And obviously, I'm not a scientist.
We're clearly not this high power.
Yes,
we're very intelligent. We're blessed. We have these skills, but like, don't ever think you're high and mighty.
Let you twist your ankle. Let's see how strong you are.
God had made me so gifted, and I realized like how lucky I am. Like, I have like so many skills and so many gifts that like people would wish they had.
Right.
Wish they would try to like go for it. So it's like, man, how could I ever think that I'm better than someone else though? Like I know I'm better than you at my craft because I work at it all the time.
Right.
But it doesn't mean I'm better than you
as a person
in any way.
Right. You know what's crazy? If more people understood that, we have way less issues. And I think that's the issue with politicians, athletes. I know I had a superiority complex, a huge
right.
I had a huge one, bro. You couldn't but there was a point in time you couldn't tell me nothing, dude. So I thank God that he brought me down from that.
Yeah.
So I can say, you know what? I'm a person that janitor in your school, your middle school, that y'all had, his life just as important as yours. I don't care. Elon Musk.
Right.
Elon Musk's life is just as important as yours. Mine.
Right.
Anyone's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That little kid you like to pick on, his life is important.
Oh my, bro, that's why I like you. Don't pick on anyone. Don't look at a janitor and think less. Don't think anything, bro. Like someone picking up trash, whatever the case may be. Don't ever think less of anybody, bro. Like just like I said, how can you it always circles back to what I said in the beginning. How can you have the energy to care what other people look like, or like you have to use all your energy to worry about building you and the great person you are going to be, because we're all capable of being great.
Facts.
All of us.
Facts. I believe that.
All of us are capable of being great. Sadly, in this world, we're not all blessed with beauty. We're not all blessed with height. We're not all blessed with everything you might want in this like false narrative of like what is perfect and what's beauty and what's not. You have to realize what's important and what's not in this world. Always, bro. That's the most important thing, man. Because, man, it doesn't matter about what other people look, bro. That energy spent on that needs to be spent on you, because your time is the most valuable thing, and that should be repeated in your head all the time.
Facts.
We say it all the time.
Facts.
The time you got is the most valuable thing, so keep spending it on you, bro. Stop spending it on Instagram. Stop spending it on TikTok, worried about other people. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you see a story and you see a girl at a club and you feel some type of way, you need to unfollow her or delete your Instagram. Unless you're like trying to make a brand for it and like all this, at least unfollow. But any type of like, you feel any type of way by watching other people's story and like feel like, oh, you're missing out, like because they're over here in this world. You are building to a point where you can have that freedom. These people are just faking that freedom. These people are, for the most part, majority of them are trying to just show you that they're having all this fun and just trying to, but remember, you are working for that freedom so that you, when you do, because when you do get this, the work never stops. I say that all the time.
Exactly.
The work never stops. But you will get to take a vacation and remember these years that you didn't take a vacation. And I'm speaking to you, DRES. That's me. All these years you didn't take a vacation. All this stuff you were working on, all those times that they were said, oh, go to the club. Man, unless it had a purpose. To me, it was like I knew what I was building and I knew what was to come.
Exactly, bro. I think what you just said is very powerful. Focus on yourself.
Right.
So worry about everyone else. Focus on yourself.
Right. It's simple. It's simple.
It's so simple, bro. Everyone wants to judge someone else. That's God's job.
And that is the thing, bro. Finding the balance, right? Of just worrying about yourself, but still caring.
Come on.
About the world, still caring about other people. How is that so hard? How is that so hard? Because to me, people think it's just exhausting caring about other people because, I don't even get to care about myself, right? Then first of all, care about yourself more. Care about yourself more. And then you can care more about the world and actually like help the world and give back, because that is the goal. God spoke to me before I started this journey, and we spoke to each other and we came to an agreement, right? And we said, if you get this, not if you get this, he said, because you are going to get this. He said, when you get this, all that matters is that you remember to give back to everything that gave to you. Everyone, everything, every lesson, everything you cherish, from just even your hobbies, your passions, the things you love the most, from sports to anime to music to love to the world to women, everything that you ever had for yourself, and just love it back and just love it for what it is. Because that's what we were born for. That's what we are here for. it is to create. It's to create more moments like that, and to create more moments that you feel, bro. Because that,
Bro.
you know, it's that balance, like I said, of not feeling like the world revolves around you, but like knowing you gotta focus on you and guide the world and help the world.
The biggest commandment God wants you to follow is loving him with your whole heart. But the one people skip over, loving someone else like you love yourself. It's the biggest one people struggle with. People love God all day. Oh, I go to church. I love God. I love God. Yeah. I get an offering. What are you talking about? I go to church all the time. I'm watching TDJ. Okay, cool. But
did you learn to love yourself?
Bro, love yourself. And that's another
That's
one
the
too.
Power.
You can't
That's
love
the power.
Exactly, bro. You can't love someone else until you love yourself. You're incapable.
Bro, thank you for... I want everybody to rewind what he just said, because my new song, I'm sorry to bring, I don't like to, I'm sorry to freaking advertise or like talk about myself to promote. But my new song, The Power, that is coming out June 9th, it is literally about that.
Right.
Like literally, and it is about the power that women have and the freedom that they give us, and they don't realize how valuable they are in this world. So once they truly realize how valuable they are, when the men can fix the women and make them realize how valuable they are, they will reciprocate it back. They will show us how valuable we truly are back, because that is what's wrong with the world, is the men need to be fixed so that we can fix this woman, the women, so that the women can fix us. And it is all a cycle, bro. And I hope you guys tune into that song, because this, to me, I'm so glad you brought that up, because this is why this needed to be talked about, bro. The power that like is within us, the power that we all have. We're all valuable. We all have a value in this world. Don't ever think lesser of someone else. That makes you lesser. Because that is the only thing that makes you lesser in this world, is to think lesser of someone else, to actually think that someone else is stupid, to think that they're wrong, or to think that they don't know anything and that they're dumb.
Or to think you're better
is
than
nuts. To think that you're better,
Any
bro. You don't know everything someone's got going on, like their deficiencies, their weaknesses, because not everybody is as blessed as you, bro. I mean, I go as far as to say, like, as I have an eye condition, and not even everybody just realizes the simple fact that, like, I can't see as well as everybody. So people don't realize my disadvantage sometimes when I'm reading, or when I'm doing things at work, or when I'm doing this, and people can't relate. So they have no idea. They just think it's like, oh, like, what, bro, what? Like, it's like an instant reaction, but like, how can you put yourself in my shoes? I get it. You don't understand. Like, I can only like speak it and like express it, and then you might be like, oh, like, okay, I didn't think of that. But it's like,
because I didn't know that. I'm figuring about that right now. I didn't know that, so that's news to me. That's interesting.
Yeah. But sorry, I know.
No,
I'm sorry to slow down.
I didn't know.
I know. I'm just I got a lot of energy right now. But
my bad if I took you off you know.
Yeah, man. It's just, like I said, the world is so powerful, and our power, the power that we have within, man.
That God given us, bro. I want to piggyback off of two things you said. Number one, we talking about men and women. Men have all these opinions about women, what they should be doing, what they should be doing. Let's talk about what men need to be doing. Number one, you need to be a leader.
Yes.
You know what good leaders do? They listen.
What?
You know what real good leaders do? They listen. You know what good leaders do? Which I also, one of my issues that I also work on, they take criticism. They handle criticism without getting upset, without MFing, cursing, all this stuff. Listen, take criticism.
Speak to.
Bro, and when you speak
know when
with
to.
convince. Come on, and speak with conviction. Have something worth saying. A lot of dudes complain, man, this girl, she don't listen to me. She want to do this. Do you have anything worth talking about? What are you talking about? What's the subject? Where are you leading her? Man, she won't get right. Where are you leading her? You want to be the leader, right? You the man. Okay, cool. Where are you leading her? Where are we leading to? Because if you lead into some foolishness, if I was a woman, I won't follow you neither. You feel me? So at the end of the day, that's my message towards men. You want females to listen to you, have something worth listening to. Be a man. Care for them. Listen to their problems. take into account what they did. Take accountability. Some things we definitely don't like doing. The best medicine for you ain't gonna always taste good, bro. I was in a relationship, felt good, all that stuff. It was toxic. Why? I did not get what I needed to hear. Right. I heard what I wanted to hear. I talked about what I wanted to talk about. With my wife, it's not always rainbows and bunny rabbits. Why? I'm with a real person who really cares about me. Right. They're not going to tell you everything you want to hear. Man. Hey, yo, Corey, you was wrong. No one wants to hear that. Hey, Corey, this is messed up. Hey, yo, you need to improve on this. You don't want to hear it. But like I said way at the beginning, she got to make you a better man. And are you making her a better woman? If y'all ain't doing that, y'all have no business together. You have no business entertaining her. Matter of fact, you're doing her a disservice, keeping her from the dude who's going to make her a better woman. And you're doing yourself a disservice from keeping yourself from a woman who's going to make you a better man. So at the end of the day, I always tell people, look, relationships, man leading women, that's awesome. But where are you leading her? Have intentions. Be intentional. I hate men. Say hate.
But let's not forget that we need women to be leaders too. Because when you have two leaders that come together, it is the strongest bond. It is the true power. Yes. And listen, this is why we make music. This is why we're here. This is what we're doing, bro. We got to make people realize this. And that's what I'm saying, bro. It's the most important thing, bro, is to let the women know that how much power they truly have over us,
bro.
I don't think they realize.
You know what's funny? The ones who do act like it. Like my wife knows I'm not getting a kid unless it's through her.
Right.
That's powerful. You're not getting a kid unless it's through me. That's powerful.
Right.
There will be no child here, no heir, no continuation of your legacy unless it's through the woman.
She knows how important that is.
Come on.
And the fact that she knows that important is how valuable she is, because she's truly valuable for that.
I'm going to tell you this too. It's crazy because, and I love what you said, women are leaders too. We have a bad habit as men, thinking we know everything. We don't. We're getting a house, right? God is good. She's a realtor. I am not. It makes no sense to try to lead in a situation where you don't
she best leads.
Come on, bro. So I be telling dudes, they be trying to have a girl. Bro, sometimes being a leader is falling back when you know you're not suited for this, right? How many times have you been like, you know what? It's just like music. Okay, this is a great beat. This is awesome. I have a label. Okay, boom. This beat's hard. Yeah, I went with this artist. Hold on. I know you want this, but level with me. She would be better on this. You may already have in your head, well, I'm calling the shots. This person knows more than you. They've been in the music industry longer, right? And she may be a female. She may be a female music exec. And she's telling you this, man, she ain't going to tell me what to do with my music. She going to Bro, she has way more knowledge than you about this. She's done this before. This isn't her first rodeo. So like that with my wife, I let her do what she do. Because at the end of the day, being a leader is understanding, hey, I'm not going to be the best suited for every situation. You feel me? There's something. She also she does tax law too. I let her do finances because at the end of the day, you've got to be men. We got to understand we're most effective when we're calculated and we understand exactly what's going on. You know what? I see the situation right here. You know what? My wife would be great for this. Fact. Putting girls in position. She would be great for this. You know what? Boom. This situation, I'm the best. I'm going to take the lead on this. It's just things like that where I feel like as men, if we, like you said, talk to women how they should be talked to, build them up how they should be built up, they'll do the same exact thing to us. But what do? Tear them down. Call them all types of names. Use them as though they're only good for sex.
Love your women out there.
Oh, yes.
Love your women out there.
Yes, bro. It's too much. It's been, and I just gotta say, it's too much
too much hate going on. There's too much confliction. There's too much back and forth.
Yeah.
Where things don't. These aren't even the true problems of the world. Like I said, it's the minuscule problems that people are conflict. Oh, like masculinity and me being the leader and me being. Bro, there is so much worse things that are going on that there's a whole nother battle within yourself. So why are you worried about everybody else?
And then on top of that, like you just said, how are you going to make her better if you're not making yourself better?
Right.
How are we gonna tell? How you?
The
gonna
reason I've been
decide?
single
Come
for
on.
so long.
Yo, and that's not a bad thing because you know that you need
because
one.
I know all the focus needs to be on my self-improvement. And it is, to me, it is selfish of me to like just use a woman for my emotional side or my body needs or like my sexual needs. Like, to me, it's more selfish. So I've distanced because I know that my dreams are so unrealistic and so high that I can't expect anyone right now to just be like on board, for one. And for two, it's like, how can anyone understand that? How can anyone truly know the fears you're going through? How can anyone, to me, at least for me, with how big my dreams are, right? My dreams are huge. I want to be in my own movies that I'm scripting. I want all my animes to be known by the whole world. I want my music to be played everywhere. Like, and to me, it's almost like I know if I don't at least get close to one of these, like, I can't worry about anyone being in my life, because if you're in my life,
you're focused.
That's just the thing, is like I'm a romantic, right? I'm a romantic.
That, bro.
So I want to give everything to you, right? If you're mine, if I have you, bro, no, it's not you, bro. Sorry.
Man, I get what you're saying.
Pause.
This dude here.
If I have you, like, to my future wife, like, like, I'm speaking to women, because it's the power, bro. It's the power of women. Like, if I have you, it's all I want, and that's all I need, and I know that, and I know how powerful that is, and I know I'm gonna give everything to you.
Right.
And if I'm not my full self, if I'm not where I know I'm going to be, I can't yet give myself who is not truly myself yet, because I know the rest of my family, sorry for going off so much,
bro, you speaking about exactly what we need to be talking about.
The rest of my family, right, or family, friends, everybody around me, they're not supposed to get it. Like, they're not supposed to understand everything I got going on. Like, it's so much to wrap around, but
you're doing the right thing, bro.
You got to know when you're doing the right thing, bro, and just keep doing it,
bro.
Like,
what I was on that same journey like you. When I pulled the trigger to get married, I knew, like, okay, now I'm ready.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now I'm ready to get married. Like, I heard from God, okay, boom, it's the one. Bet I'm good, she good, let's ride. But like, it wasn't like that always. It wasn't like that the year before. I was not. It would have been too soon. It would have been some foolishness. You know what I mean? And it still wasn't easy then. So bro. Before you step into that marriage octagon, you gotta definitely.
It's being selfless. To be with someone else is being truly selfless.
Yeah.
Because you
can't
only think for yourself.
Nope.
And like, you shouldn't want to only think for yourself. Like, if that's who you know you're gonna be with, if that's who you love,
yeah,
man, everything is gonna be for that person. And to me, that's why it's so important. Like, it's so important because I constantly observe, right? I observe the people in relationships and just people around me, and just I see like them, not always happy with certain things and things going through this, and like, I don't want to be going through that while I'm going through so much already,
bro, man.
And that to me,
kudos to you, dude. You talking to a man who knows himself.
And that is what exactly thank you, brother, because I truly know myself.
Right.
And I truly know I can't give myself to someone who won't see me as the person I'm trying to become.
Right.
And like, that is the thing with my family and all my friends around. If they don't understand who I'm trying to become, how how are they supposed to understand and treat me that way? Like, I know I'm this. I have to step away from that.
Exactly.
And not cut them off, not
course,
cut
of
friends
course.
off and
Right.
cut people loose, because that's just unnecessary,
You just put a little
right?
distance.
It's like,
Little
but
distance.
you need to know that, man. Like, you need to know that they won't understand that.
Mhm.
Like, you
Bro.
know, you want to be, you are, like, to me, I am this, right? I'm so charismatic.
Right.
I could be this great actor. I could be I could be this comedian guy. Like, everybody, you know, I laugh with people. I make people crack up. I'm a great guy. I have this personality. I'm talented in music. I sing, rap, and do all this. And, you know, how can someone else that, like, saw me back in high school and saw me growing up in middle school and elementary, like, see me and be like, yeah, like, he's that guy, like, he's the next guy, like, how can the people that you grew up around, like, you stayed around where you grew up, so all these people they saw when you were shy at that one time. They saw when you messed up on that freestyle. They saw when you did you know what I mean? Even when you get to a point where you're just, like, nasty, like, not everybody is going to realize it. Like, not everybody is going to see how great you're becoming. Not everybody is going to see that you're trying to become this great movie star, this great artist, because it's not even just movie, like, screw just being a movie star. It's the overall artistry, because that was adding to my art. It was always the overall painting, like the overall artistry, like that was going to add to the music, because I was like, how can I make people want my music more?
Right.
Oh, I can become more charismatic and become a great actor and start writing scripts and doing things like that, and make a podcast so people can relate to me and they can know exactly what I'm going through at the time, and people can know what I'm going to do for them in the future and what I can provide for this world. So, like, that, man, it's so much to wrap around, but
it's not even for them to know either.
Like I said, how can I expect them to understand, bro? It's not for them to know, like you just said.
And you know what's funny? When it happens, they're gonna be your first supporters too. I was in high school.
Right.
And when I was
they're gonna be your employees,
bro. Employees,
a lot of
fans, them. I was in high school, bro, and I just remember what I would tell people I was gonna do.
Yeah.
And just the lack of faith, at times disgust with what I would say, and then just the doubt, just the complete doubt that was ever gonna happen. Like, I told people, yeah, I'm gonna go to the NFL. No, you're not. I told cats I was gonna start on varsity. It was like, how is that gonna happen? So I had a lot of negative people, coaches included. I mean, I have coaches from different schools telling me, you're too small, it's not gonna work out.
Isn't that nature, bro? Isn't that just the world that they have these high expectations?
People are so scared to believe anything, especially when they don't see it. But that's where faith comes in to play. And I knew what God called me to do. Even when I was at Tennessee, dude, I'm up in Tennessee. I mean, my senior year, they tried to replace me with a guy who was, he's my boy now. You know, he played for the Broncos now. But, yeah, they tried to replace me with this dude. And, you know, he was very physically gifted, but he definitely had a lot of skills to sharpen. But even if he was really good and he was a potential of taking it, my mindset at the time was that no one's going to tell me what God has for me.
Right.
I'm going to listen to what God tells me. I don't think I'm going to listen to what man, because man's going to tell me any type of thing. Man's going to tell me it's not going to work out. Man's going to tell me, hey, you don't have the ability to do this. But man does not determine the trajectory of my life. Man,
we have the power.
Come on. And God gave you the gift.
God gave us the gift of the power within.
Come on, bro. So it's like when you know you don't need. Bro, when David killed Goliath, do you think everyone was like, yeah, David, you got this, bro? No. That was like, are you nuts? This dude's 7-8 feet. Are you David? Are you sure?
Right.
Oh, well, let's say David's going to die.
I love that you brought that up, because it's back to the power, bro. Like, that's what, back to these women with having all these expectations within myself. That's why it's so selfish to like try to give myself to someone else when I know you can't understand it yet. And when I find someone I really feel like can understand that and can look me in the eye and can understand and fathom all that, then we can.
Now we're cooking.
Now we can move forward, bro.
Now it's like okay, cool. So now like that's when it gets scary. Then you're like, dang, she believes in me. All right.
He gave us the power to choose, bro. Like to choose what we want, bro. How blessed can you be, bro?
Telling you, man. So
how much more blessed?
It's just like that, and that's why I be trying to tell people. I'm like, look, it don't matter what someone thinks. It matters what God called you to do. As long as you know it's what the Lord called you to do, I promise you it's gonna work out.
Right.
Bro, I had so many naysayers, bro. Even when I was at New England, I had a couple.
That's also another thing. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you good, bro? What were you saying?
That's also another thing is the naysayers, bro. And you can't have other people on your shoulder that like are gonna be naysayers. And to me, you know, that's why it's most people that I feel like I'm gonna bring into my life is gonna be a naysayer, because at times even my own mind says nays. Even my own mind is like, man. But I always convince myself at the end of the day that I'm gonna be the greatest, and I am the greatest. So it's like, you know, that's the power within me. It's just like, oh, it's just knowing that, and like, oh, you remind yourself that you are the greatest because no one else is gonna remind you, bro. You remind yourself.
Your superpower is that no one else is you.
Right.
Knowing God made 101.
Realizing you're the greatest while realizing you're not greater than anybody else is powerful, and that is the power within yourself.
Sorry to yawn on you, but yeah, no, that's definitely that, man. That's a gem right there. You can drop the mic right there. I promise. So,
brother, I had to bring that back up because I like that we brought all this back full circle. With power, because women to me are the most important thing on this earth, and I want them to get this message. And I want every woman that hears this to know that you are very important and you are so valid, whatever your choice may be. And every man in this world is just as important too, man. Everybody is important, and everyone has a role to play within your own journey, within your own life, within your own greatness, within the power within you. And just take that power, and like I said, be the best you, but never stand above everybody else.
Ever. Because there's only one person who stands above everybody else. And
we all know.
He died a long time ago, came back, and now he's sent it to the heavens. So once again, if there's any women out there, no man defies you. God defines who you are. It's the same to the men. No woman defines you. No accolades.
Yeah.
No worldly praise, pleasure, or any type of thing is going to define you. God defines who you are. So my message is, like everyone, him, me included, seek God, man. Seek God, and I promise you, it ain't gonna be easy. You still gotta deal with life, but it's gonna be that much easier. I promise you. So
God gonna put you where you're supposed to be. You gonna cry. You gonna cry when you don't get what you want sometimes. Like you tried out for this, or you didn't make this.
Right.
You know, it's gonna hurt you, but like it hurt you for a reason, because you're a very passionate person. Mm-hmm. You will dial that into the exact place where God wants you to dial it, and you're gonna find that all that passion wasn't a waste. All those years of you playing football, all those years of me playing basketball,
that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Everything I did, none of that was a waste, because you had a passion for something, and now you got to redirect that passion into something that you gonna keep building on, bro. And that's what God is here for, bro.
Because we ain't gonna be.
Well, we're here.
If you was a professional basketball player and I played professional basketball,
I wanted to be a pro NBA player. Look at me.
Do that
but guess what? I peaked at 5'9".
Hey man,
I didn't work on being a point guard. I was always a big. I was always strong. I was always like a small forward. Mm-hmm. You know, so it like when I didn't quite get the height, you know, it was falling short, you know.
Feel you.
Played AAU basketball in middle school and all, and I was a beast, man, and I still am. You see me on the court, bro. I got it back. I had, but you know, when I stopped playing for a while, like you lose it, then like, when you're consecutively playing, you get it back and then you evolve.
Mm-hmm.
But you never leave your sport, bro. Keep that passion too, bro. That's why I want to get back to basketball, bro. Like
Right.
the NBA is going on and we got to unwrap, bro. All I got to say is shout out to the Magic. Our year is coming soon. My man, we got a little into it before the pod. That's so funny. Hey, it's all great. That's what sports are for. God, a lot of people think sports are here just for a distraction. God put sports on this world for us to truly feel free too, because the power within us wants to feel free at times, and not everybody understands that unless you really play sports and have fun, have that
blessing.
feeling, because you just constantly want to get that feeling back.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Man, playing sports is definitely a blessing. But yeah, the Orlando Magic, I used to be a diehard fan. After 2008 with Kobe, I am no longer a diehard fan. But
he is still a fan because he lives in Orlando.
The only reason I am a fan.
No, I'm making him a fan.
Is because they have a guy on the team that I went to school with. Shout out Schofield.
Okay.
Go Vols.
Yeah, shout out Admiral,
Shout out
Admiral.
Schofield, go Vols. But
yo,
man, look here.
listen.
It's let me tell you something. It's out there with being a Cowboys fan. It's just tough. Like there's no way around it.
So
you have to grind it out.
That I gave him that equivalent because he was complaining, right? He's the Magic. It's just hard to watch, and this.
It is.
He hasn't. All I'm gonna say is he didn't watch this year when the rookie and Fultz. Did you watch when they all came back?
I did not. I
when
watched
Fultz, the rookie, Boncaro, Franz, Wendell, all of them were back. Oh my! And the minuscule time we got Isaac back.
Right.
Shout out to Isaac because he's my favorite player along with Markelle Fultz. You know why? Because he is a man of God among anything and all the trials and tribulations he's going through. All I want is the best for that man, whether it's on the Magic or wherever it takes him on his journey. I know that man is protected and his soul.
That's dope.
That's why he's my favorite player, because he truly believes in God and in the power within himself. You know what I mean? And I truly think it's going to still happen for him because the franchise hasn't given up on him, and he's supposed to come back this year healthy in summer. So to me, I feel like we got a lot of things going on. We finally got blessed with the number one pick,
right?
Which statistically we go into the finals. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you this: I can't wait to be proven wrong. I can't.
When
I get proven wrong, I'm gonna be the first one to say, you know what, I was wrong, everybody.
And you know what I told him? I said, hey, welcome to the bandwagon. I said, hey, don't worry, you're still allowed on the bandwagon. I took a shot and he started laughing.
I pray I get to jump on the bandwagon.
Bro, hey, and I'm thankful. Just know you should root for your city even when they're down, because right now we have so much potential. We're just down, just like we are as artists. We have so much potential, but we're not at that point where people see it yet, and we are just going to work at it, right? And
I like how you did it. He brought that. I like how you did it. Okay, from that.
Well, that's how I feel. I always relate myself to everything, whether it's physical or not.
I see that.
Whether it's anything that's going on, and because to me it's like, y'all don't realize how whack Orlando would be if we lost the Magic.
Oh, it would be terrible.
Bro, y'all gonna root for the Lions? Y'all gonna go to the Lions game? No disrespect to the Lions. It's fun and it's cool.
Are you talking about Orlando City?
Yeah, Orlando City Lions. I'm just not a big soccer guy. My dad went to college for soccer, and he was a big, I like soccer. Don't get me wrong. I like every sport to an extent.
I love soccer.
Watching soccer isn't my favorite.
I love soccer.
All I gotta say is though, if we lost the Magic, bro, y'all don't realize how
we'd be hurt, bro. We would be so hurt. I'm glad they're here. I just want them to do what they should be doing.
But this is the time to be the most excited because we have the number one pick, a literal fusion of Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James and Paulo Boncaro. Like if they did the fusion dance like Trunks and Goten,
right.
They would literally be Gotenks and he would be Boncaro.
Bro, here's my message to the Magic front office. Please do right by this team.
No, please.
Please.
Keep these guys as the core.
Request.
Of course. Yeah.
Please do right. We are historically known for having great teams and not doing much with them. So I will tell you this. they get the good team, I believe they will do right by them.
Can you do me a favor and watch the games next year?
Here's what I'll
Listen,
do.
you want to know why? You want to know why I want you to watch the games next year?
Why is that?
Because next year all the games are going to be exciting. Last year, even our losses to the T, we maybe had a handful of games that were bad. They were all close.
I went to one of those handful.
You went to the Timberwolves when who? Wendell Carter was probably out.
Yep,
we
sure
probably had Fultz.
But my boy Sco played, so that was hard. But see, that's what I'm saying.
Shout out to the Admiral. That man's a beast. That man's a dog.
It was dope.
But I'm gonna let you know a fact. If Admiral is playing, that means that that means our starters and our bench players are injured. Because
I'm gonna tell you this.
I love Admiral, but he's from the G League and he's a dog. But
I'm gonna watch the games and I'm gonna go to a game. That's what I'm gonna do.
Hey, we appreciate that as the city.
And when
bro.
I go, I'm gonna let you know I'm
yeah,
going too.
bro.
So
because we were talking about that earlier, right? Even like all the people that do come out of Orlando, like, and I'm not talking about the NBA. I'm talking about like artists, like right, the big people.
Right.
They don't come back and like care about Orlando and like put light upon it and make it a music city. That's what we're here for, brother. That's what I'm here for. And literally, no one else is going to do this like me, bro, where it's like I'm putting light on our city, bro, because Orlando has so much potential, bro. People just don't realize it yet. We have beaches that are right near us. We have all the theme parks. We have literally just beautiful towns, townhomes, beautiful suburban areas. Just like it's a beautiful city. You go around Winter Park, you go around Baldwin, you go around downtown Orlando, you go around iDrive area, you go around like, bro, you go around Orlando, it is beautiful.
People don't stop moving here. We gotta keep them coming.
They don't, because once they see it, all the New Yorkers see Orlando and they're like, oh, this is sweet.
They're like, wait, NBA team, tropical, Mickey Mouse. Okay.
Beaches, 40 minutes.
No state income tax.
Wait, the good beaches are on this side? The pretty beaches are on this side. Yeah. Shoot. Everybody, of course, bro. And that's the thing, is like we just need the main leader, right? We need a leader to come back and be like, Orlando is that because I'm here, bro. And now y'all get to do, and I'm going to have that, bro. I already made this up, bro. June 22nd, every year is going to be the O-Town Showdown. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a big show. People are going to get to perform and try to get to they're going to try to get to compete, right, for a chance, to get a feature, to get like sponsor, and to get like, I'm going to like, I'm gonna have a way that I can like even elevate other artists as I'm elevating myself, of course.
Right.
But like, I have big plans, bro. That's what I'm saying. I have so many plans for the future. Sometimes I don't know how someone else can like fathom everything. But I'm gonna find that person, bro. I know
you will.
God just like
he'll put it. But I'm gonna tell you this.
He made me patient. He made me a patient person.
Her in your life when it's time.
Right.
Isn't that when it?
But I do lose patience, bro, and I get temptations. I lose patience and I get temptations.
And you know what you better do? You better call the name of the Lord. You better pray, bro. When we get tempted, God will reward you when you don't give into that crap. I promise you. Man, it's tough. Yeah, right. Bro. But when you fall short, you gotta see God's grace and try to do better. Because no one's perfect, bro. We're all gonna fall to some temptation of something, whether someone getting you mad, whatever it is. But when it happens, if it happens, and you try your best for it not to happen, seek forgiveness and try to do better.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think a lot of people focus on doing the bad. Bro, you're a sinner, bro. It's gonna happen.
Right.
I'm sorry to let you know that. Your flesh, bro. It's gonna happen. But when it does, because we're with God, we're taking that walk with him. We're gonna lean on him when our flesh is weak. That's the whole point. The point is not to be perfect. I always tell people, bro, you're not gonna be perfect.
No, never.
Lean on him when your flesh is weak, bro. Every time.
Right.
Man, so what's up with this freestyle you was talking about, man? What's going on?
We gonna get into that.
Oh man.
But I was gonna tell you before we get into that, bro, the reason I am excited for the Magic, bro, is because that man Jimmy Buckets is showing the whole NBA right now. And not only is the East open, but the NBA is open right now, bro. And now more than ever, you can build a team around your draft players, get them going for a few years and be able to compete at a pretty high level because the players that are coming out of college, brother, they're starting to get next level and they are getting better and better.
The good part about Magic is they're in the East too, so it's not as competitive as the West because you really only got to worry about the 76ers going to find a way to drop the
ball. So wait.
Find a way to drop the ball. And then you really only got to worry about the Celtics and the Heat for real. So when we establish ourselves, I feel like once we establish
early prediction, though, I got to ask you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Nuggets or Heat in the finals?
I'm going with the Heat.
Woo! I'm going to go with the Nuggets because they seem so dominant and Jokic is...
I'm going for Florida. If the Magic were in the finals, I would go for the finals, for the Magic.
Of course.
Just because
they will. They will be in a few years.
Because I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I will say. If there's a Florida team in any championship, I'm rooting for the Florida team.
Yeah, of course. No, I feel that. Hey, I feel that.
Like when Jacksonville's in the playoffs
I feel that.
as the Jaguars, I was like, I'm rooting for Jacksonville. Why? For Florida team. What you mean?
I'm not a Heat fan, but I love Jimmy Butler.
He's different.
He's such a dog, bro.
Animal. Man, and you know what sucks, bro?
Yo.
Now another guy I was in school with, Grant Williams, they were on his case. And I was like, bro, if you in the moment and you just shot a three, because I saw the clip where he got in his face. He just shot a three. I'm like, look, I probably would have did the same thing. Right. I'm like, if I'm feeling good, I just shot a three. I'm competitive. I might do the same thing, you know. So people can't get on him for Grant. You shouldn't, bro. Grant's the baller, you know. So the fact that go Vols, you feel me? Another volunteer. So it's like he a baller. Let him ball. Okay, it didn't go the way he wanted to.
All I gotta say though, brother, is Jokic is more athletic, more fit, and in more shape than he has ever been in his entire career. And I emphasize that because I'm like, whoa.
Saw the progression.
This guy, this is the MVP we've all been waiting for.
Because when he first got there, I was like, I don't know, bro. But he's definitely shown himself to be.
He was never athletic, right?
He wasn't as athletic.
He was
as
strong.
He wasn't
smart.
He didn't
finesse.
look the part, bro. He didn't look the part. You got to think, these Europeans.
But he's athletic now. He's athletic.
He's got, bro. He's been in the league. He has no.
Yeah,
choice.
I know.
He has no choice. Like it's okay.
But like just like 2 years ago, he still had like a SpongeBob SquarePants type body.
Hey, that's
but
what the
now I look at him and
that's
I'm
what
like,
the off season's for.
He's got like this body that's just athletic in its tone,
bro.
and he is just taking over games.
People don't remember when Michael Jordan first got into the league, the bad boys were beating him up and down the court. He wasn't winning against them. He couldn't. But what happened? He got into the weight room.
Listen,
it takes that dedication. It takes
facts.
It takes that dedication.
I told everybody for the last 2 years, the reason the Nuggets aren't going to the finals is because they don't have their closer, Murray. Now that they have their closer, Murray, he has been a problem. They got another guy in Portis Jr. Aaron Gordon is guarding the most dominant guys on the court. They have a squad that is loaded. That's the best way to put it, bro. It's the best word for it.
They loaded. Oh, we can't pass the Gordon.
They have.
Oh, we can't pass the Jokic. I'm passing.
They have a finals-ready team, and they already proved it.
Just know on 2K, I would not want to be on 2K because everyone in their mom's gonna be playing. Like the new 2K, you're literally gonna tap square on Murray, and he's just gonna it's just gonna go in, bro.
But is Jimmy the true villain that he is? Is he gonna take out the Joker?
I really think that he is going to challenge him, and I think
is the Riddler going to take out the Joker? Because I'm going to call it right now. Jimmy Butler, he is the Riddler. He says the funniest things when he's on the court. He says the funniest things when he walks off the court. He says the funniest things when he's off.
I think we're gonna need to look.
He's hilarious.
You know who we're gonna need to look at too,
bro?
Matchup, Adebayo. We're going to see how he does what he does down low because he's a big difference maker. Now, if he can really down low, control the boards, get the balls, get the rebounds, if he can do that, we don't know how this series is going to go because they're not planning on having to deal with two dudes in the post.
I love how we became a basketball
That's
pod.
what I'm saying. Like the Heat have shooters. People know that. The Nuggets have shooters.
Yeah, no,
so we both have shooters. what's going to be the difference?
All I'm going to say is, guys, this is pre-recorded, so the Celtics haven't fully been taken out. It's going to happen tonight. We're about to see it.
It's a wrap.
All I got to say is, though,
it's a wrap.
Tonight, if it closes out 4-0, if the Heat sweep the Celtics, it depends on how the Celtics respond. It's not. We all know the Heat are gonna bring it. We know the Heat are gonna be vicious. Jimmy's gonna put his buckets. Bam's gonna put his defense. We know what they're gonna bring.
Who's at home?
To me, it's in Miami.
If it's
in Miami, it's in Game 4 in Miami.
They're done. The Celtics are done. They're done. Bro,
it's all on how the Celtics respond.
Here's the thing: they could not bring themselves to win at home. There's no way I expect you to come all the way down to South Beach, bro. Did you see how we all saw how Jimmy was talking about these boys? There's no way
Tatum,
I expect, unless
he lost the face-off. I'm sorry, against Jimmy.
Bro.
So did Giannis, but you know why? To me, you know why Giannis lost.
Yeah,
because Jimmy's a better closer than anyone on the Bucks, and they let it get too close every game.
Sure did.
And Jimmy's he's the better closer.
What he hit him.
The reason why the Celtics are losing, and I said this last year when they lost in the finals. I said why they lost.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a good enough point guard. I love Marcus Smart. He isn't a good enough shooter for them to rely on him to be the playmaker. But I don't even think that's the problem. I don't think he's enough of a facilitator for them to trust him. And it's not even just that. It's not just on him because that's not the only reason. There's obviously a new coach. Tatum kind of has been choking a little bit in the fourth. He hasn't been providing.
It is what it is.
You know,
it is what it is.
I haven't even been hearing much of Brown's name, but he's still gonna put his numbers. But he's you haven't been hearing him close out games. And
I think you just said it, bro. Whose name? You haven't been hearing Brown's name, bro. At the end of the day, whether they want to realize it,
listen. I'm not saying Marcus Smart is a bad point guard in any way.
Oh no, he's just not what they need.
But
this year.
But if you can compare him to Kyle Lowry, and you might say, wait,
right.
Kyle Lowry might be even a little better. That is when you might know you want to change your point guard,
bro. Here's the thing, Marcus Smart can get the ball, bring it down the court, and score.
Right,
but are you scared of Marcus Smart doing that? No.
How are these defensive players of the year? Smart, Drew Holiday. How is Jimmy just destroying these men?
Because you gotta think Jimmy's fearless and
Giannis.
He's playing. Honestly, you know what it is. He's playing like Michael Jordan. And when I say
he's the dirty version of Jordan.
Bro, he's like if Jordan had a cousin who was like, I want to play ball too, because
you haven't been seeing the stigma going around? He's his lost son.
Bro, did you see
Dirty
what
Jordan
he does to them people in the paint? He's back. He got a back turn. All right, I'm going to back you down.
I'm going to tell everybody, though, right now, he's not Jimmy Jordan. He's Jimmy Buckets. He's already established his own legacy.
Exactly.
And this guy has done so many things that I already doubted him. He's done the unbelievable. To me, Philadelphia already would have like 2 or 3 rings if they would have kept him in their franchise.
So stupid for letting him go. Oh my god,
man! If you want to talk about bad franchise decisions, Philadelphia is the worst of the worst of the worst.
Bro.
Sixers have the worst decisions in the last decade.
I agree with you 100%. We can talk about AI. We can go past that situation. We could talk
past it. Let's talk about all the first-round draft picks that they had literally in a row that they couldn't make anything of.
Bro, they just had the MVP.
And now they could miss most of them. Now they miss most of them.
Bro, they just had the MVP, and they couldn't beat the Celtics. Y'all had the MVP.
Let me just be honest, bro.
I like the MVP.
The Sixers could love a freaking point guard like Markelle Fultz right now on their team.
Sure.
Bro, I'm sorry. But they get rid of players too quick. When things get too emotional and things, it's like, boom, they cut off so fast.
Bro, and then let's keep it a stack. And he used to be one of my favorite players. James Harden didn't come to play that series. He did not come to play. He did not come to play. I love him. He's fire. I think at one point he's one of the
He's
best
lost
players in the
it.
league.
He's lost
It
it.
sucks because now
he was a beast.
And when Kyrie was saying you're washed, I didn't believe him then. I don't think he's washed, but he's like Derrick Rose.
You just brought up a whole spiel, bro. Because is Kyrie the most toxic thing to happen to any locker room ever?
I don't know about Kyrie in the locker room. I just say this.
His locker room presence must not be it.
Let me tell you something.
Because they're not getting along with him.
I can't talk to nobody in the locker room. I've been in locker rooms before.
Can't be the court. This man is a beast.
Look, I've been in locker rooms where when I step outside the locker room, the media has all this stuff to say. They're coming to their own conclusions. I don't know what's going on in the locker room, so I ain't going to speak for that. But what I will tell you is that I think Kyrie's insanely talented. Probably, obviously clear Hall of Famer. The issue is that it's the stuff outside of basketball that's kind of hindering him now.
I was with him with not getting the vaccine. I'm still with him.
I'm not with him with that, but I'm definitely.
I didn't get it.
That, but like my not with him with that is there. But when he was talking about the Earth was flat,
bro, that thing is gonna make babies have deficiencies, and people are gonna freaking end up weird, bro. All I'm saying is that vaccine is a little messed up.
I'm gonna tell you this: I'd rather have the vaccine and not die than die. But back to the point though, Kyrie himself.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Kyrie himself, bro.
Yeah.
When you are an athlete and you're doing stuff off the field, generally, if you're a superstar, people are going to make it more than what it really is.
Yeah.
But you got to know that, though. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you say, they're going to blow it up. Whatever you
and he feeds into it.
It's like in a sense.
That's who he is.
It's like either he just purely does not care at all and says whatever, or he likes it. It's one of the two. I don't know which it is. I don't know which one it is. He only knows. But it's one of the two. My guess is that he doesn't care at all, which is a cool guy card that is great to play. Look, I'm an athlete. I don't care. I say what I want. Cool. But then we can't get upset with the repercussions because it's free country. You can say what you want, but that doesn't mean nothing's going to happen.
Is the Kyrie Irving bar still cool in 2023?
You said the Kyrie Irving what?
Is the Kyrie Irving bar still cool in 2023? Shoot it like Kyrie. Because, I'm flying.
I ain't gonna lie.
He's
earned that. He's so good. He's earned that. He's earned that bar. He's earned that bar. Because I'm like you. I don't like focusing on other people. But from what I've seen from.
I have admiration, though, at times.
Of course.
We're naturally going to have it.
When he was with LeBron.
He's swift. He's smooth.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best point guards come out the league in the past.
And I always liked his mouth. I did like how he
was fiery. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, cool. And then he spoke back to Kobe and all that. Like I like that about him. It's just
the other stuff, man.
It's the other stuff.
Let's just chill out and play some basketball. We're not doing all this. I've never prided myself on doing extra stuff outside the court. It's always or the field for me. Obviously, I play basketball.
Wasn't that kind of weird though that the Nets were the only organization that didn't lift the vaccine thing, and he was like the one. He was on there.
But here's the thing: the Nets organization screwed themselves because
right.
They screwed themselves because here's the thing:
right.
All they had to do, I think there was like something a day they could have done to get him to play. Like I think he had to do something a day. I forget what. I don't know if it was a vaccine or what, but there's something he could have done each day to be out there. They didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken. And then on top of that too, it's just like. Well, y'all have him here. Y'all allowing him to be here.
Right.
So if you're allowing him to be here and he's not doing what you need him to do, just like Ben Simmons, you have a couple of options.
Right.
There's a couple of options. You can let him go or you can tolerate it. But when you tolerate it, what does that do? Lets other players know, oh, okay, so the players run this organization.
Right.
Bad. But that's just how the New York Nets. That's how they're built, dude. Like they've never been the organization to like.
To me is the best thing that's happened to the NBA though in the last like 6-7 years or whenever it came, is the G League.
Right.
Because that brings in players that are ready and when you have injuries, you have players that are already at that level, and ready to play.
Right.
And a lot of them end up becoming just like this star role player that they needed for this championship push. And I'm loving it, bro. I shout out to Strus on Miami. You gotta respect like these people that come out of the G League and just balling, and you know, I love what he said to Shaq and Barkley and them, because you know, they were asking him like, oh, like, you know, we, it really is a shame that, like, you know, all these players aren't being looked at and they're still coming out of the G League. He's just like, I don't care where I came from. I came here to ball.
Right.
It's like, whether if I came out of college and got drafted or came from the G League, I just came here to ball and came here to show who I am, you know. So it's like, it was going to happen regardless, like, in his mind, you know. So it's like, I'm glad they get that opportunity. That's the G League was the best, one of the best things that happened to the NBA in the last, like, decade.
For sure. It keeps you engaged, and then you still have that tie to the team. Because that's how Sko got on the Magic, like, in the actual game. Cause
because he came from the G.
So it gives you an opportunity to still hone your craft.
Be a pro. And now we can call him a professional basketball player. Like, he's on the NBA team, bro. Even on the G League.
I think he came from Washington. But, yeah, it's just, like I said, it's a great method and a great medium for people to use to get better and then be ready to go, you know.
That's awesome that you met Sho, though. And
bro,
so cool. Admiral's his first name, though. So like, y'all call him Sho, though. Like, that.
We just call him Sko.
Sko,
yeah,
like Sko.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We were never like super cool, but like,
cool.
I would see him. They kept trying to get him to play football. I was like, this man is gonna go to the NBA. I don't think he cares.
Yeah, he just he was set.
Bro, yeah, they
he just had that athletic body. They was trying to get him.
Bro, they was trying to get him, and then we had a guy named Christian Coleman. He's probably one of the fastest men in the world. They're trying to get him to come out. I said, dude.
Do a lot of athletes go through that? They're conflicted between basketball and football. Like, you know,
it's not even the athletes. The coaches be like, oh my gosh, imagine if we had him. I'm like, yeah, but guess what? They're gonna make way more money over here, and their body's not gonna hurt.
Right.
Like, how about that? Like, this man sprinted a straight line. He's in the Olympics. This man over here plays basketball. NBA. Why would they come over here and get CTE and get concussions and all that? Like we're out here killing each other, dude. Like, what are we doing? So, football is a very violent sport. So,
oh man, I appreciate all sports, and you know, rap is a sport itself, man. We about to kick off these freestyles, man. I want you to play a few beats. We're gonna get this going, though, bro. Hey, I appreciate everyone coming, man. Kick off the freestyles, man. Let's get it.
DRES Tapes.
Yeah.
Christ is Lord.
You know your pin on the beat. Jace. They say Christ is Lord, so now she on her knees. They like, Lord, begging Drace, please. Can you please just give me little cheese? Can you act like that? Why you acting like a rat hoe? Why you acting like you about to rap those? Cause you gifted, cause you so damn gifted, bro. I'm about to be like a volcano. I just erupt, wait, you're just erupt, wait. I just get, wait, I give 2 fucks, I'm about to go in and pass you the ox, you just hear sounds, I go around, I'm about to pound this down, and I just go, I know I'm so bizarre, and I'm just going, and I'm chilling in the car, and we right here, she just chilling, holding hands, and I'm about to go in, cause I'm about to give her more bands. Is that why you're here? I ask that question every single day, and I'm like, why you even messing with my head? And I'm just going in, you need to give me more head. You like taking every single bread. You like taking breadcrumbs like it's breadcrumbs. I'm about to get more head, cause it's good, son. I'm I'm just a godson, and I'm putting all my hands together. I just pray every day, and I slay, you know I don't decay, cause I never die on beats, so I know it's just my legacy, and Predator about to go, Predator go down.
Now I'm on the track, got some good, so you know I gotta give it back. Gotta hit my skin color, cause they know I'm back. God is good, man so good, gotta give back. God is great, keep my plate. Scraping grits, I need it at every stage. Hold up, ain't making sense.
Hold up, can you hear me? I don't really hear you, need to speak loud. Wait, it's a little quiet, you gon' quiet down. Is it quiet now? I can hear it though. I'm about to really go and hear that finger fire, bro. I might just extinguish you. I am like a firefighter. I'm about to go and you don't even deny it.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I definitely heard you.
You heard me?
You like the beat though?
Yeah, it was pretty cool, bro. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, some Florida. You know. You want another one?
Oh yeah, put one more.
Christ is Lord.
Getting blue like Mega Man. I'ma go in cause you know I really go like volcanoes. I ain't going like it's lava. I'ma go in so hot, they like it's guava. Now you get that guap, and you better go and wait until the beat drop. Cause you going so high now. You know you can't not deny now. They like lie down, but you won't quiet down. You the loudest in the room, you gotta prove it now. Now you gotta show 'em now. Now you gotta show 'em that you got yourself, you got the bug, you know you fussing, now you gotta get it all. Pray to God and really get it all. But once you get it, you just break up on your knees and say thank you, God. I'm like, yes please, have some manners. If your mom never taught you, man, get some grammar in your mama and your papa and your motherfucking mama, and you don't want that drama. And a predator about to tell him how he's about to edit all these motherfucking editors. I'm about to get it cause you really had to set it first. Well, you said it first, you set in that bar, and they feeling too bizarre, but it's a strange feeling, just fathom it. And I'ma go in cause you nearly about to have him, bitch. You really about to have him cause you know you got it, and you glad. Why you mad? Don't be sad. Man, little smile go a long way. Little smile go a long way. And you really got to pray like every single day, man. Every single day is gonna go a long way. And if you just pray to yourself a little bit, just remind yourself to thank God every single day. Just a freestyle from the top, man. Predator about to show him, man. Tell him God's word.
Oh, the beat's over. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I really like that beat. Golly. I just like to hear that one. Man. See, it's great. I'm hearing using the headphones. I mix my stuff.
Hey, man.
I hear on the speaker.
Appreciate y'all coming through, man. DRES Tapes, it's a wrap, man. Y'all go check us out. We here, we live, and we're always gonna give the message, and we're gonna get better and improve, and you know, just keep bettering yourself, man. I thank everybody, and I thank my boy for coming through.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My boy Corey, my boy Predator.
And once again, if you need some dope beats, I appreciate you, bro. If you need some dope beats, that's at Beats by Predator on Instagram. You also find me at Beats by Predator on
Tagged
YouTube.
right here.
You feel me? Once again, at the end of the day, whatever you do it for God. Christ is Lord, man. I'm out.
Christ is Lord, man. Thank
Yes,
y'all
sir.
so much, man. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you.
Of course.
DRES Tapes, only pod that got your back.
Vent with me. The time that you spent with me stays rent free up in my memory. It's a pod farewell. A pod farewell. It's a pod farewell. It's a pod farewell. Vent with me. The time that you spent with me stays rent free up in my memory. It's a pod farewell. A pod farewell. It's a pod farewell. It's a pod farewell. 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 Farewell.